Hey guys, this is 2 here, and it is 2 a.m, so I gotta be quiet. But, 3 days in a row I've uploaded, which is crazy for me. Basically, just a quick video. A Little Nightmares 3 Gamescom developer interviews. They're gonna be talking about Little Nightmares 3, and I'm gonna be watching it. So I got subtitles on, just to understand better, and then I'll leave Serial Killer's channel in the description, so let's get watching.
I'm Coralie Fagnolo. I'm the producer on Little Nightmares 3 from Bandai Namco Europe.
Hi, I'm Wayne Garland. I'm game director at Supermassive Games.
Gabriel here from Serial Killers. We are at the Gamescom, and let's start with the questions. First of all, why Supermassive Games? Because the original studio is the original studio still involved, or did you talk to them transitioning between?
So Tarsha Studio decided to work on new IPs and
Yeah,
stopped
we already
working
know
on Little
that.
Nightmares. Little Nightmares is Bandai
I'm
Namco Europe.
glad Supermassive Games is taking over now, because they're a really good company and they've made many good games. So
Intellectual property, so we have decided to work with Supermassive Games for Little Nightmares 3. The choice was coming from different factors, but they worked on Little Nightmares 2 Enhanced Edition first, so that made them know the game, know the way Tarsha was doing puzzles, doing the work on the games, and I think that helped a lot. But they were also very passionate about the license, so it was really the best choice for us.
right, they were very passionate about the license. This could mean, I don't want to go too far-fetched, Little Nightmares 4. I'm just putting it out there. If they are really excited about and they're passionate about this license, they usually means they want to make more. So if Bandai wants to make more and they want to make more, Little Nightmares 4 or maybe something else.
Yeah, as Coralie says, we love the franchise. We're very passionate about it as
Yeah.
well. Our experience with horror and our roots in 2D platformers, side-scrolling, it was kind of a match made for us, really. So obviously, we absolutely love the work that Tarsier did, and we take a lot of great inspiration from it, and we're happy to bring something new for the fans, really.
Yep. So at the presentation, you only mentioned online co-op and an AI partner if you play solo. Do you get any plans on local co-op?
So the game will be playable on online co-op only, but we will have a friend spot. So if you want to play with a friend that doesn't own the game, you can still play with them, and thanks to only one copy of the game.
Yeah, I mean, couch co-op is something.
Okay, that's cool. So I'm thinking us trying to say, if you have a telly and only have one console with Little Nightmares 3 on it, that's going to be able to split in half, and one person's going to be able to play as alone, and one person's going to be able to play as low. So that's pretty cool. You only need one version of the game.
Something that we considered, but the game is all about the atmosphere and the immersion, and I think couch co-op, we don't really want to kind of minimize that by having couch co-op. So I think for us, online only was kind of the right direction for us in that.
Can we expect some connections to the already established universe from the previous parts, or is it completely different? And
so Little Nightmares 3 is a brand new entry in the world of Little Nightmares. So we really want to tell the story of Lo and Alone and see their journey through the spiral. But if you have played Little Nightmares 1 or Little Nightmares 2, you will be able to see some links and some secrets that are linking everything in the same universe.
Good. I'm really happy about that. They are basically doing Easter eggs to Little Nightmares 1 or 2, or both. So this basically means that the gnomes, that's a link to Little Nightmares 1. Or maybe we'd see, I don't know, Mono's paper bag or one of Mono's hats on the floor. And that's a link to Little Nightmares 2, something small like that.
we saw some at the presentation from the alpha build. We saw some weapons. Can you go into detail with that? Are there different solutions to every puzzle through the weapons, or are you planning just one fixed solution for every obstacle?
So we while they can be used as weapons, we see them more as tools, basically. So tools for certain situations, like solving various puzzles or for combat, for instance, as well. But we like the way we can get some combinatorial play out of them. So as you see with the Beetles, for example, Low can shoot them out of the air, and that gives Alone the opportunity to hit them with a wrench. So really, that's kind of our focus, is like focusing on ways we can combine those to create interesting puzzles. Of course, what you've seen so far is the first level in the game, so really it's all about tutorializing those tools and those mechanics.
Okay, this is big. So, first part, the tool, the Alone's wrench and Low's, jeez, I'm trying to remember these names. So Alone's wrench and Low's bow and arrow, they're not so much going to be used as weapons, more as tools, especially Alone's wrench. Like he mentioned something about Low and Alone walking through the dark, and there's lots of beetles on the floor, and obviously Alone's going to be hitting them with the wrench. I'll put up a video on screen now. There you go, so you just saw the video, that's from the trailer. But they've also mentioned all we've seen so far is chapter 1 out of presumably 5 chapters, which means that baby was just to get you started off. I'll put up a picture on screen of the guy. This baby right here is just getting you started. So imagine what terrifying and disturbing bosses there are going to be throughout the rest of the game.
But as you progress through the game, they would become more advanced and interesting, and and engaging in that way as well. So.
More fun question. We saw a lot of climbing in the alpha builds demo. Is it just in this level, or are there going to be more climbing sections with ladders?
Well, so there's a lot of climbing, yes, because this level relies quite a lot on verticality, obviously, because it's a city that's been raised by the desert winds and the sands and all that sort of stuff, so it's created this like massive metropolis over time. So yeah, it's inherently got quite a lot of verticality there, and that's one of the reasons why the umbrella works so well as well.
Yeah.
However, obviously there'll be other levels in the game that might not be so about verticality and all that sort of stuff, so it's different depending on the level. So yeah.
Can you give us any hints on where you drew inspirations for the monsters in the game? Movies.
So we obviously, with our vast experience of horror, we're quite good at coming up with some crazy ideas for monsters. We obviously draw a lot of inspiration from the previous games and the work that Tarsier have done, for example.
I knew it. I didn't point it out, but I think it was pretty obvious that the baby from Little Nightmares 3 is presumably based off the baby that was supposed to be in Little Nightmares 2 from the concept art. So I'll put up a picture of the concept art now. But yeah.
So the Monster Baby was some inspiration there as well from Tarsier. And then really though, what we do is we kind of prototype and play around with mechanics and come up with something that feels like distinctly Little Nightmares and interesting. And it's through a period of like kind of iteration and stuff really, and osmosis and all the ideas that come together that we create these monsters. So.
And also just each chapter has their own monster, and you have some glimpse of that in the trailer if you want to have a look at our secrets.
Lovely. So presumably, again, 5 chapters, 1 monster. In each chapter we kind of already knew that, but it depends really because we've seen the hand thing, we've seen the monster baby, and maybe the guest thingies that I'll put up a picture on screen from now. Maybe them guest things, them fat guest things, are a boss. If so, there's 2 bosses left. If not, there's 3 bosses left.
Can you give us any scope on the scale of the game? Like, is it gonna be comparable from playing hours to the first games, or are you gonna expand on more chapters, more levels?
Ooh.
So we're all still working on the game, so we cannot give you an exact playtime yet.
Okay. Maybe as final question, if you had to pick one feature of the game, one really cool thing you want players to know, what would that be?
Well, I think that the co-op is maybe the biggest thing. Like, it's the most obvious as well, but I think it will bring so much to the game because you will be able to experience that, like, kind of specific atmosphere with a friend, and I think that adds a lot. So yeah.
Yeah, I would say the same thing as well. Is co-op's a big thing for us. Obviously, there is a single player as well for fans who prefer single player. But yeah, co-op is one of our major drives. But we want to make sure that the experience feels the same whether you're playing single player or multiplayer. So, you know, when we're considering the design of our puzzles and gameplay, we make sure that we're kind of considering both at the same time so that people are kind of engaged with the same experience. My personal thing that I absolutely love about the game was obviously the characters, Low and Alone. I think they have incredible personality, and I think they fit right into the world of Little Nightmares, and I'm really excited to kind of show you more on that stuff. So, yeah.
Okay. Thanks for taking your time.
No, great. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Damn, I'm good. Another little...
Simon? So guys, from that we didn't learn much. But these are basically the main points that we learnt. Low's bow and arrow and Alone's wrench can be used for combat and puzzles, and they'll become more advanced and more useful as the chapters progress. Number 2, we've only seen chapter 1, so we've got a lot to go. We've got another 4 chapters, which is really good in my opinion. I think it's very good. That I would like a longer game. I would like a long game, but not too long. Yeah. Number 3, we know that they took inspiration from Tarsier Studios' past projects, which is very cool to know. Fourthly, we know that they are very passionate. Supermassive Games are very passionate about the game license, meaning it could be a big possibility that there are more Little Nightmares projects coming from them and Bandai, which is very good. Also, we know that you don't have to, if you want to play with your friend in online, so one person will be Low, one person will be Alone, you don't have to have 2 of the games. You can just have one telly, one console with the game on it, and then it can go split screen, which is really cool. Next, we know there are going to be some Easter eggs or links back to the previous game, so we could see Mono's hat or something in the game. And that's it, guys. So we didn't gain too much from that, and we didn't gain not enough. The same with the gameplay thing I did yesterday. We gained a good amount of information about the game, but to round it all up, Little Nightmares 3 is going to be a banger game. Yeah. So I'm really excited to react to the next trailer, the teasers. I'll try to keep you guys updated on news, about like major news about the game. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little reacting video to the Gamescom developer interview. Serial Killer's channel will be down in the description if you want to go see it. And I'll leave it at that. Bye.